Welcome back, Raptor fans. This is Raptors Wrap Up. I'm your host, Adam Lingam, and here we're going to talk about the Jimmy Butler trade or rumor as it goes. If you've seen online, Jimmy Butler liked this post about Danny Green saying Toronto will be a hard place to leave for Kawhi Leonard, and that just brings up a bunch of rumors about whether Jimmy Butler is a disgruntled superstar as well in Minnesota and is looking to get traded. People are saying LA, but the Raptors could maybe make a move. If you see on Trade Finder, tons of people on Reddit are coming up with ideas about what the Raptors should trade to get Jimmy Butler. Of course, the Raptors should not trade Kawhi Leonard, obviously. Kyle Lowry, because this is a make it or break it deal for us. JV, and probably Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. If you can pull the trade off without losing any of those guys, you have a success. Norman Powell, easy scapegoat, $10 million contract. Young player, hasn't really found his way in the rotation. Could definitely be used as a piece from this trade. Serge Ibaka, $20 million heavy price tag, but does make the money level. But honestly, that won't be enough, so you probably have to throw in one of the point guards, whether it's Freddie or Delon Wright. You'd rather give out Delon Wright since Freddie was a close runner-up for the Sixth Man of the Year last year and just signed an extension. So Delon Wright would be the third one to throw out. So you trade those three guys, you probably have to give up or take on another salary. So looking at it, it might be Gorgie Dang's contract. So you got Jimmy Butler and Gorgie Dang for Serge Ibaka, Delon Wright, and Norman Powell. Now, if this trade made sense and the Minnesota Timberwolves actually pull this trade, we get Jimmy Butler. But the problem is Jimmy Butler, along with Kawhi Leonard, is another 1-year rental. And Jimmy Butler leaving Minnesota would give up more than $40 million on the table, which I don't know if Jimmy Butler is willing to do it. If he really wants to go to a team that has a chance to win the championship, maybe if he was into winning. But to give up $40 million is a lot of money to leave off the table. And the Raptors can only offer him 4-year $150, and Minnesota can give him 4-year $190 pretty much. So it's a lot of money to just throw away just like that. Plus, Kawhi Leonard's a 1-year rental. Jimmy Butler is a 1-year rental. So this is a make it or break it deal times 2, because you lose a lot of pieces and you're pretty much starting just from Pascal Siakam, OG, and VanVleet at this point. So you're just scrubbing, and it's tough because you're losing a lot, but you lose your depth, your bench mob, but you do gain another star. And with a lineup like Kyle Lowry at the 1, Jimmy Butler at the 2, Kawhi Leonard at the 3, then you got OG Anunoby at the 4, JV at the 5. Now that on the perimeter is deadly. No one's going to get past that. But the thing is, if you're suffering in rebounding because OG's quite small, undersized for a power forward, you might interchange Pascal Siakam in that. In Siakam, he could play the 4. He can't shoot, spread the floor, but his defense and his rebounding could really help. And he can handle the basketball, so you have another person to push the basketball up with. But man, Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard, two of the best two-way players in the NBA. You could count on your both hands how many two-way players are in the NBA that are great. There's like the likes of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Paul George, KD. There's only a few that could do both on both sides of the floor. Chris Paul as well. So it's up to the Raptors if they could really pull this trade off. But rumor has it that they want either OG or Siakam in the trade, if not both. And if I'm giving up both of them, hell no. No chance in hell. But if I'm giving up one of them, it's still tough because then you're pretty much done. You're a 1-year rental after this, then rebuilding will take even longer because you just have OG and Freddie to build around. Not really worth it. If they want either of those two, I don't pull the trigger and just hope that these guys develop into monsters this year, because Siakam has been known to be playing quite well among other NBA players and scouts. So you can expect big things from him. So we're just going to have to wait and see. The thing is, you got to believe in Masai. Masai has pulled off crazy trades before. The Kawhi Leonard trade, of course. Even though we do lose the loyal DeRozan, who's a Raptor favorite and pretty much the Raptors' all-time best player. Kawhi Leonard, a top 5 player, best two-way player in the game, top 3 pretty much. You definitely need to pull the trigger and get him. Now the thing is, your starting lineup is solid, but your bench is going to be Fred VanVleet, Danny Green, probably CJ Miles, Pascal Siakam, and Gorgie Deng, or even Greg Monroe if Gorgie Deng's real trash. So your bench map gets real weak, but your starting lineup has 3 legitimate all-stars, and JV could be an all-star. The Raptors really do well this year. Now, with those 3 guys, Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, and Jimmy Butler, the Raptors by far have a better lineup than the Boston Celtics if you compare it to Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, and Gordon Hayward. Or you can even put Jaylen Brown. Doesn't even matter. It's comparable to them right there. So all it takes is Nick Nurse's coaching for the rest of that to happen. But honestly, the Jimmy Butler trade, I say the chances of this actually happening is 20%, to be honest. You got to be realistic. There's no chance that Jimmy Butler leaves Minnesota for us, and for Masai to even pull the trigger and not giving up OG or Siakam, slim to none. So keep your hopes up, guys. If anybody can do it, Masai can do it. Otherwise, that's it for another episode. Peace.